Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the KKRLA Week 7, Game 8, the final game before Rivalry Week. It is the number 1 Musical Strikers taking on the net ranking number 14, the Crimson Knights. Here, the Musical Strikers have a 5-1 record, hoping to add on to stay number 1 for so far, I think 3 weeks? 2 weeks? I don't know. But if they do, they are definitely number 1. The Crimson Knights have a 2-4 record, so if they lose here, they are out of playoff contention. But we don't know what happens here because anything can happen. This is DFH Stadium, the Musical Strikers home court, where we are hosting this game. Let's go ahead and get our game started here with the opening tip to start the 5-minute clock. Musical Strikers here are obviously obvious favorites. They're going to win the first tip to get things started out here. Cinti is trying to get a shot lined up. It's going to be on the backup of Armstrong. Have the shot lined up right there, sitting in front of it, and Armstrong's going to score it. No assist for Cinti, though. But Armstrong's going to score the first goal for the Musical Strikers. The ball moves to 79 kph as it enters the goal. Let's go ahead and move on to the second tip, where the second tip will be won by the Crimson Knights. Sultan getting a shot automatically lined up, still sitting there. And Sultan's going to come in and tie the game 1 even with 4:39 left on the clock. Let's hope. The Musical Strikers are now hoping that that is their only mess up. The ball moves at 101 kph as it enters the goal. Let's go ahead and move on to the third tip with 4:39 left on the clock. And the third tip will be won by the Musical Strikers. Let's go ahead and read off the roster for both teams. For the Musical Strikers, Musical Strikers, you have Armstrong, Armstrong, Goose, Goose, Heater, Heater, and Cinti, Centice. Heater is going to score the second goal for the Musical Strikers as he found the open shot, assisted by Goose. The ball moves at 72 kph as it enters the goal. Now leading by 1 is the Musical Strikers, 2-1 now, as they enter this next tip. The Crimson Knights will win the fourth tip. Let's go ahead and read off the roster for the Crimson Knights. For the Crimson Knights, you have, well, for the Crimson Knights, CRIMSONKNIGHTS, you have Sultan, SULTAN, Mountain, MOUNTAIN, Gerwin, GERWIN, and Caveman, CAVEMAN. Gerwin trying to line up a shot, going to miss and overshoot the goal. Peter going to try to send that one away. The Musical Strikers trying to put up the defense that they got. He tries to send it away but fails. Mountain keeps it in the Musical Strikers side. Gerwin will try to send it down and get a shot lined up, but Cinti will hit it against the wall and throw it away. Throw it away into the Crimson Knights side, I should specify, as Cinti's trying to get a shot lined up here now. That's up in the air, a mistake by Gerwin. And that's going to lead to a Musical Strikers goal as Goose scores the third goal for the Musical Strikers, as it is assisted by Cinti. The ball moves at 101 kph as it enters the goal. And now Cinti is the only one left scoreless, which hasn't scored on the Musical Strikers. The Crimson Knights will win the fifth tip with 3:20 left on the clock so far now, as Armstrong's going to send that ball away into the Crimson Knights side. Caveman almost actually hitting it in. Goose trying to hit that, and Mountain will send it away. Heater tries to get a shot lined up for a teammate. Goose comes in. Cinti's lined up for that one. Going to overshoot the goal and hit it in the crossbar. Heater will keep it in the Crimson Knights side. Armstrong trying to get the shot lined up. Almost gets past Gerwin. Goose will throw up the shot. It'll be barely saved by Mountain. Heater throws up that shot. Gerwin will save it. And Goose is going to get the putback. A nice putback. Actually, you saw 2 players go for the putback. As Heater throws it up. Gerwin saves it. Gerwin's still moving. They saw it, and Goose will hit that. Shot in for the Musical Strikers as he scores the 4th goal, assisted by Heater. The ball moves at 63 kph. Let's go ahead and move on to the 6th tip, which will be won by the Crimson Knights, as no one's guarding the goal. That is a brutal mistake, as Gerwin will score the 2nd goal for the Crimson Knights. as assisted by Caveman. The ball moves at 81 kph as it enters the goal, but 2:42 left on the clock. Let's go ahead and move on into the 7th tip with 2:42 left on the clock. 12 seconds away from half of the game clock already down. The Crimson Knights will win this tip, the 7th tip. And now half of the time off the clock is already gone at the 2:30 mark. Gerwin will throw up that shot, hopefully to give some team some grace, and will score as Gerwin now has scored 2 out of the 3 Crimson Knights goals. Getting this game close within 1. The ball moves at 24 kph as it enters the goal. Now let's go ahead and move on into this 8th tip with 2:26 left on the clock. As the Crimson Knights will barely win it. Goose tried to send it back into the Crimson Knights side, but immediately got rejected. Gerwin tries to throw that shot up once again to try and be in saving grace for his team, but no luck. Mountain trying to get that shot lined up for somebody. Heater going to now try to send it away. Mountain sends it back up for a teammate. Cincy's going to hit it away. Sultan's going to keep it in the Musical Striker side, and Heater will send it in to the Crimson Knight side. Mountain will try to send it back, but automatically rejected by Cincy. Trying to set up a shot now as the Musical Strikers, as Heater is going to hit that over some players. Goose going to get that shot lined up. Who's coming in for that? It's Cincy. The only one scoreless. Caveman's going to send it away. As Mountain hits it over Heater. Musical Strikers got to get down there now. Gerwin's still getting that shot lined up. Gonna almost barely roll in as Caveman puts up the shot. Armstrong gonna hit it under who I think was Gerwin. Cincy gonna get a block off a Sultan shot and carry it down into the Crimson Knight side, hitting it over Caveman. Getting a shot lined up, hopefully for a teammate. But Gerwin's gonna carry it away into the Musical Striker side. Armstrong will block the shot, give it to Goose, and send it away into the Crimson Knight side. Mountain now gonna try to get it away. Armstrong's the only one seems to be lined up with that, but Goose comes in and tries to hit it away, but Caveman will get it into the Musical Striker side with just barely 50 seconds left in the game. Caveman giving a long pass to Gerwin. Out to Mountain. Heater will get the amazing save that the Musical Strikers definitely need if they want to keep this win. Armstrong will try to send it away. Caveman will keep it there. But it'll ultimately go into the Crimson Knight side. No one seems to be going for it. Cincy throws it up. It'll hit off the top of the crossbar. Cincy throws up a shot. It's going to miss and overshoot the goal. Barely any seconds left for the Crimson Knights to do anything here. Heater going to try to send it away. Crimson Knights retaining possession of the ball. Armstrong going to try to send it away. Mountain sends it up against the wall to hopefully get a shot lined up for the Crimson Knights here with the last couple of seconds remaining. It's still there. It's still available. Gerwin, last second hope, and it won't work as the Musical Strikers win 4-3. With Goose being your MVP of the match, and I think Cincy was still left scoreless. Yep. But Goose will be your MVP with 380 scored, 2 goals, 1 assist, 1 save, and 4 shots. Followed along by Heater with 310 score, 1 goal, 1 assist, 1 save, and 2 shots. Followed along by Cincy with 174 scores, 0 goals, 1 assist, 1 save, and 1 shot. Followed along by Armstrong with 162 score, 1 goal, 0 assists, 0 saves, and 1 shot. Let's go ahead and move on to the after-game talk. Well, what an impressive defensive save by the Musical Strikers coming into those last seconds of the game, about 50 seconds. Let's go ahead and move on into the offensive and defensive talks. The Musical Strikers offense played very well, scoring the goals that they needed to secure the win. The defense played very well in those last 50 seconds, especially keeping the Crimson Knights from getting that game-changing goal. The Crimson Knights offense started it up a bit too late. They had enough time to score but couldn't get through the defense of the Musical Strikers, and their defense didn't play probably as they would hope, so now the Crimson Knights are more than likely out of playoff contention. I thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching. I hope to see you next week for Rivalry Week. Woo, woo, woo. Sorry. Where we will start off with the artist rivalry, the Mouses versus the Dafts at Aquadome. I hope to see you there, ladies and gentlemen. And, well, tomorrow's never promised, so I hope to see you there. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. This has been Week 7.